these characters. She's absolutely insane. Love like little solo wholesome days. And after that, I went straight to bed. Besties, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's video. I am very excited. This week we're going to be reading thrillers for a week, which is a video I tried to do at the beginning of June and it just like didn't turn out right because I was by myself, so I kept getting scared. I am trying this video one more time. I have found a couple of thrillers that I'm like really excited to read. Some of them are new, some of them are not. The thrillers I chose are very like immersive. Some of them have like big like summer vibes and they're definitely more like atmospheric thriller reads, so I'm very excited. The place I was gonna go to and read for a few hours is unfortunately closed today, which I totally forgot. I definitely knew that, and I spent the last 30 minutes trying to figure out where we were gonna go and what we were gonna do. So I was thinking going to the library. I feel like that is going to be so nice. We're gonna get a bagel, we're gonna get some coffee, and then head to the library for a few hours and maybe browse around, check out some stuff. I haven't checked out any library books since I've been back from vacation, so I love going to the library and just seeing what they have. It's one of my favorite things to do. Anyways, enough yapping. I am literally starving. Once I have some food in my system and some caffeine, we can talk about the books we're going to be reading this week, hopefully. Got home. It's around 4:30. I had such an amazing like morning day. It was just so much fun. I love like little solo wholesome days. I'm excited to show you what I got at the library. So I got 2 books. I'm very excited, and if you couldn't tell from the clips that I took at the library, I ended up checking out Calypso Corpses and Cooking by Raquel V. Reyes. I've never seen this. I've never even heard of this book or this series or even this author, I don't think. Tell me that's not the cutest like cover you've ever seen. It's so summerween. Has the cat, which literally looks like Mochi. Pumpkins everywhere. It's decorated kind of Halloween-y, but still there's like the water in the background and a sailboat. This is literally giving summerween. Am I gonna read it in this video? I don't know. We might not. I am so excited. I've literally never read anything like this, but I've always wanted to read these type of books. There's like a series on mass paperback that's very similar kind of like vibe. I couldn't leave the library and not pick this up. The second book we picked up is The Rumor by Ellen Hildebrand. If you didn't know, I'm a huge Ellen Hildebrand girl. I love her writing. I love her books. My favorite book by her is by far 28 Summers. Literally, it's on like my top 10 books of all time. I love it that much. And I have read a lot of her books, and this is just perfect for summer. I literally saw it on Fable yesterday. I clicked that I wanted to read it, and I literally found it today. I feel like it was like meant to be. Ellen is just the queen of summer and summer reads. Her books are so fun. I absolutely love the setting. They usually take place in Nantucket or in a coastal town. They're so fast paced. They keep me so entertained the entire time, and something about her books just fulfill my like summer cravings. So basically after I ate my bagel in the car, I went into the library, and of course because it's a Saturday, it was pretty busy. There was like no open spots for me to like sit and read. I decided to just browse. I was there for like almost an hour, literally browsing, just like taking my time. But then after I roamed around, I like just couldn't find like a spot. I decided to just go to the park right next to the library. It was so nice. It's a beautiful day. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just like the perfect weather with like a little bit of breeze, but the sun is out. I was like living my best life. I was like people watching for a little bit, and then I really wanted to start a book. I did start Do Not Disturb by Frida McFadden, and I was in between two like books that I wanted to read today. One of them was Do Not Disturb, and the other one I was really intrigued by Sally Hepworth's new book. I'm pretty sure it's new. It's called The Ex-Wives Club. The Ex-Wives Club is part of the Alibis collection that I was talking to you guys last video, where I was saying how Frida McFadden came out with like a novella, but I thought it was just her. Like I thought she was gonna come out with like a series. Basically it's part of a collection with multiple authors, and they all release novels and they put them in this like 6-book like collection, and so this is one of them. So I did download it. It's literally 80 pages. I'm really excited to read it. We'll probably read it after Do Not Disturb. We are only 8% in so far, but I'm actually going to sit here and probably read for the next like 2 hours. I have some stuff to do tonight. That's gonna be later on today, but I just want to sit here and literally read and get through at least 40%, 50% into this book. But so far, like the 4 chapters that I read, why am I like loving it? I'm already invested in the story. I'm kind of eating it up. Hello, it's the next day as you can see, and I got off of work a couple hours ago and I've literally been doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I have been doom scrolling for the past hour and a half for some reason. Like at first, like I was actually like working and sending emails, actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I had a thought of something I wanted to look up, and then I got on TikTok because I wanted to look up something specific on TikTok. And frankly, I can't even remember what that thing was. And I fell into a doom scrolling hole. And honestly, that hasn't happened in a long time, which I'm like really proud of. But I'm so tired of being on my phone. I want to read my book. I want to finish. I want to do something productive, and I want to stop scrolling on my phone. I've literally been scrolling for over an hour, and I'm done. I'm literally done. I am finally going to read and finish this book. I literally think I have maybe 30%. I haven't picked it.
30% is 0.3.
Oh, okay. First up, let's talk about the book we we read 2 days ago. I started and finished Do Not Disturb by Frida McFadden. I loved it. I think this is like a newish release. We all know that she releases a book every like other week, but I know that this was released in 2025. I genuinely loved it. I thought it was a really good like plot, and I felt like I was intrigued and entertained the entire time. I think I ended up rating this a 4.25 on Goodreads, and I'm gonna stick with that rating. That is probably one of the highest ratings I've given a mystery thriller, but honestly Frida like really impressed me, and she surprised me with how good I felt like the book was. Did it have predictable plot and at times felt very formulated thriller? Like, yes, but we know that like she loves to write mindless sucking thrillers. Does that make sense? I love her. I will always read Frida's books time and time again. I will always pick them up. They're fast, they're easy, they're super entertaining, and some of them are misses, some of them are huge hits, and this one for me was really, really good. And I would absolutely recommend it if you are looking for something fast-paced and quick. I think it was maybe less than 300 pages on my Kindle. Honestly, no complaints. I loved it. Yesterday, as you guys saw, I did start A Happy Marriage by A.R. Torre. This is an author that I have been recommended countless times. She is so popular. She is one of the most loved like mystery thriller authors out there, in my opinion. In every recommendation video, one of her books is in there. I have been hybrid reading this book, and I am currently on chapter 41, and things are starting to get dicey, okay? We're starting to really get in the plot. If you've never tried immersive reading, highly recommend. It literally changed my life, and I do it a lot actually. If there's a book that I really, really want to love and like want to read, I will get the audiobook through my library and I will read it with my physical or like Kindle copy every single time. It's the best. I thought I was like 70-80% through with this book. I'm already in chapter 40, so you would think, but I completely forgot that the chapters are so short, which I love. I feel like I'm reading so much quicker. We literally are just halfway through, but I am loving it. I am obsessed with it. I am like super invested. I am intrigued. Am I confused? Yes. I think that's like the whole point of the book, is to confuse you and for you to not know who to trust and who is like actually telling the truth and like who's doing what. If it keeps going in the way that it's going, and if it really gets me again with the plot twist, I'm probably going to rate this the same as Do Not Disturb or even higher. I really enjoy her writing. I feel like it's very, very fast paced. I have never once felt like it's dragged out or repetitive or boring. You guys know how like scared and paranoid I am, and so I was a little scared for this week's video, but I'm actually having such a good time, and partially it is because this time Mike is home, so I don't have to sleep alone or go anywhere frankly alone. I feel like that is also helping. I'm having a really good time. I'm thinking for the next like 2 hours I'm just gonna sit and read and hopefully finish by tonight. I really want to get this one done because I want to start a new one tomorrow. I will come back with some thoughts and opinions probably once I'm done, and then we can talk about what book we want to start tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I have a few options. We might start the Ex-Wives Club, or I might read this book that it's been on my TBR. Actually, it's not been on my TBR, but it's been on my radar for literally years, and it's called In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. Or we can also just go with Good Old Faithful and go back to a Frida McFadden book. The world is our oyster, truly. I'm having such a good time. Let's go and try to finish this book, and hopefully the plot just gets me. Crossing my fingers. Ended up finishing A Happy Marriage yesterday or like last night. I really loved it. I think it was actually a really well like written book. I liked the plot. I liked how suspenseful it was. It felt just the right amount of suspense and like thriller without it making me feel too anxious. Thrillers and reading mysteries sometimes just like backfires. With this one, I felt like it was just really intriguing and I was just so in the story that I really didn't have time to get anxious. Of course, I was like scared or like shocked, but not to the point where I was like terrified, because I literally read it at like 9-10 p.m. and after that I went straight to bed. Like I did really like it. It was a really good book. I totally understand why everyone is obsessed with this author. She is so talented and I feel like she develops stories in a way that makes them feel like a movie in my head, and I loved that. I loved how I could just picture everything in my head. It was very detailed and our three characters were constantly just speaking to themselves for honestly 80% of the book, and the chapters were short, which I feel like made it feel so just fast paced. Felt like at all times something was happening or we were finding out something, or as a reader we were being like presented like new evidence. I highly recommend. I am really excited to get more into this author. I think I liked this book more than Do Not Disturb, but I don't think I liked it more for it to be a 4.5. So I'm actually going to change my rating and rate Do Not Disturb a 4-star, a solid good 4-star, and then I'm gonna rate A Happy Marriage a 4.25. That's the final rating. I did end up listening to a different book, a novella, while I was getting ready today for work, and that was The Ex-Wives Club by Sally Hepworth. That was about an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes. I think I started and finished it while I was getting ready for work. It's really hard for me to rate novellas like higher than just like a 3 or a 3.5, just because there's not a lot of things that an author can say in 80 pages. There's just not. It was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. I feel like I'm just reading books that I'm just like really enjoying. It might not be like the best written book ever. I'm just having fun, okay? Sue me. This novella was actually a really easy, again, fast-paced, just like very mindless book to read. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it comes with the audiobook, so you should absolutely download it. It's so easy and just so mindless, and like it was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, the characters were like funny and actually it was like a little comedic. I enjoyed it. I'm probably gonna rate that like again like a 3.5. It is a novella, so it's not a lot to say in 80-90 pages, but if you're looking for something like quick as a little palate cleanser in between like other books or other genres, you should definitely read The Ex-Wives Club and also Death Row. They're in like the same collection and they're both pretty good. Anyways, I have been debating if I want to read another Ayiana Torre book, since I know I like her writing, or there's also this other book and it's The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak. You know what? By Jason R. One thing about me, I love a wedding setting. For some reason, wedding settings are just my favorite. I think the drama and the chaos that it brings into a story is so much fun, whether that's like in a romance or in a mystery or a thriller book. Well, I'm gonna take a few minutes and I'll come back and I'll let you know what I decide. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm being like super indecisive and annoying, so I'll be back. next day. Actually, it's not morning literally at all. I don't know why I said that. It's literally 2 o'clock. So I am on chapter 34 of The Last Party, and I ended up reading like a good amount, and then I just like head to bed. I was pretty tired, and while I was reading the last few chapters, I started to get really sleepy, and I was like kind of falling asleep. I am 42% through with this book. I'm very surprised by how much I read in very like little time. This book is moving really fast. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of characters. There's like a few storylines going on at the same time, and I'm sure they're going to come together and connect in some sort of way. And so I'm really enjoying it so far. It is kind of wild. These characters, especially our female main character, Perla, she's absolutely insane. I don't even know how to express to you guys. She is a wild person. There's a lot going on with her. Every time I read her POV in her chapters, I am like baffled and I am shocked by the things that this woman says. Anyways, I just got a little ready. I am going to walk on my walking pad probably for an hour or so. I want to like move my body and continue reading this book. I will come back later to give more thoughts and kind of more opinions, because I feel like I really haven't talked to you guys about this book since I literally started it last night. I want to talk once I'm ready to like sit down and actually talk to you about what the heck is going on. I'm so sorry because I know you can hear the like walking pad going. Guys, what the actual effing thing is happening right now? Okay, this book, I am 67%. I have been really flying through it. Check trigger warnings. Check trigger warnings. I didn't check trigger warnings, and some of the things that are happening are surprising me, and things that they're talking about is really gory and can be really triggering. I'm telling you, our main character in this book, the wife, she's freaking bonkers, okay? I need to continue reading. I am like locked in. Hi besties, I apologize for how chaotic the ending of this video is. The last few days of this vlog were so stressful. If you couldn't tell, I did in fact move. In terms of reading, I did end up finishing The Last Party by A.R. Torre, and it was phenomenal. I also started and finished In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. This book had the most annoying, frustrating, and unlikable characters I have ever read. I had such a fun time reading thrillers together. We ended up reading 5 books that were all 4 stars or more. I don't know how this keeps happening. I am having such a good reading month. Thank you so much for watching. It truly means the entire world to me. If you want to follow me in any of my other social medias, they will be linked down below. I will see you in my next one. Bye!